the simple things in life. Either it does or doesn't feel right. It's the simple things in life. Come on, baby, let's ride.
Lupus or Cheryl. So hope everyone had an awesome Thanksgiving. We did not do anything other than I did a baked seafood boil, and that's all we did. We didn't do anything. If I had like a couple family members text me and I responded, but as far as me sending out texts, I didn't do that because I don't get into it. But just hope everyone is, you know, enjoying their time and with family and friends, and that they are safe, because it's just so much craziness going on in the world. So currently I'm heading to track practice. One of the parents, I was going anyway, but one of the parents that normally the team mom, her blood sugar was like 35 this morning, so she's not feeling well. So my plan was to go but then come back early, but that's not going to happen. Today's the Alabama-Auburn game. I've got my Alabama thing, got my Roll Tide shirt on. Super excited about the game, and it starts right at 2:30, which that's when practice ends, but we're practicing right down the street from the house, so I don't have to worry about having to like miss the very first, you know, kickoff and all that different stuff. So I'm excited about the game. Not doing anything special. I was gonna have my brother and cousin over, but I just have not felt good. My niece, when she was here, she was sick, but she didn't have a fever. I thought it was more towards her asthma, but now Easter's sick. My breathing has been horrible. Yesterday, the only thing I did was put a coat of paint on the console table that I'm redoing. I put one more, you know, layer on, and that was it. My breathing was dropping like nobody's business. I mean, I'm at the point to where I just took my inhaler right before I turned this on, which is time for me to do the second puff, but I don't even know where it went. But it's really been difficult to breathe. Like, I'm at the point of trying to turn over in the bed, and my oxygen is just dropping. I know you're not supposed to have all the smoke to come out, but I can't hold it in long. And I did call my lung doctor, and they said they can't see me till my January appointment, which I think is bullcrap. If my doctor is saying I need to get in to see somebody, I just don't know, y'all. I'm going to call her Monday, because I can't keep going like this. With her changing my cell set like she did, I felt like she should have probably waited until she knew more information or whatever she's looking for in records. It's just really difficult right now, and I'm like over it because we have a track meet on Saturday the 1st in Birmingham, and I need to feel better because I can't not go to this one. Well, I mean, I don't have to, but in order to have a good impression with new parents, I want to make sure everything is going as organized as possible. So yeah, so I'm almost at practice, so let me get off of here and get my mind together, say a little prayer. The weather's 69. It was 71 when I left the house, but it's always windy at this track, and I didn't bring a jacket. But I don't know. Oh well. I'll come back, guys. Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. Sorry, I have to mount it. So I saw this device on Instagram. It's called magnet mount, where you put it in the vent, the little clip, but then it has a magnet on the outside, so you're able to put your phone either direction without having like the big bulky car mounts. So I am going to research that, because if I turn my phone vertically, you could see me and not the steering wheel, but it looks better when you, I guess, record horizontally. According to my son, who is 18 years old, y'all. 18. Oh, I feel so old. Oh, Jesus. I'm thankful he got to see a new year. So currently, well, I already talked to him this morning. He was heading to church. And I'm about to head to church myself, but our church gives to this a home for unwed mothers that are teenagers that, you know, have gotten pregnant or whatever. It is not all teenagers. I've heard that some of the girls are like 12. So each year our church, we normally do like a diaper drive, but this year they're doing something a little different where we had to buy 10 of the same type gifts. So we got a bunch of different stuff. It just has to be the same, because with it being 10 girls, they don't want jealousy or whatever. So I completely forgot today was the day to turn in. I have to do 2 $10 Walmart gift cards. So now I have to go to Walmart. It's 9:04. Church starts at 9:30, and it normally literally takes me almost the full 30 minutes to get to church. So praise Jesus for a spoon in the car. I was thinking I was going to have to turn around. So while I'm in Walmart, I'm going to grab a yogurt and eat breakfast so I can take my medicine. Y'all, it was a struggle, because part of me didn't even want to, like, I was just like, I'm not going to make it again. Like, I've missed the last 2 Sundays because I just haven't felt good. The pain's been so bad. When I got done with practice yesterday, like, I could barely walk, but the pain was like located in just my lower back on the right side. It was excruciating, and I fell asleep. I got home. We had salads for lunch. Watched some football. I took a half a pain pill, half a muscle relaxer. Ended up falling asleep till about 7 something last night. And I was kind of like grouchy, like, because I still didn't feel good. And I was like, dang, this medicine didn't even touch anything. So I've been putting the pain cream and all that stuff, and it wasn't working. And my breathing is just, y'all, it's horrible. Like, me talking, I'm out of breath. Like, getting up to go to the bathroom, my oxygen drops, you know, in the very low 90s. And some people were like, well, you know, some doctors look at it, oh, well, it's still in their 90s, you're fine. But when you've had significant issues with your lung, like, if my oxygen is 95, I can barely breathe. Like, no lie. It feels like it's 80. It seems like I function better when I was at 80 than I'm at 95. I don't know. It's weird. So definitely, I'll be calling the rheumatologist on Monday. And I looked at my lab work. It finally came over on my portal for my inflammation markers. It was only like 1 point abnormal. And I thought about it. I was like, well, maybe the day that I went, I had took Benadryl that night. And for some reason, Benadryl helps me when of course, it helps me sleep. But like, if I'm in a horrible flare, sometimes, like, if I take that, like, I feel a whole lot better. I just feel like it's just getting stuff out of your system. I don't know. So I have no clue what she'll say, but I'm just trying to keep an open mind that she's not going to be like, well, I don't feel like, you know, because your lupus isn't active, or, you know, you don't need XYZ, because, like, my body is struggling. Easter's sick. because we had my niece and nephew for Thanksgiving break and stuff, because my brother and sister-in-law had to work. And my niece was coughing, but she didn't have a fever. Occasional, she would have a little runny nose, but nothing like, you know, because I would have told them no, we couldn't have kept them, you know, if she was like sick. So now Easter's sick, so Michael's like not happy at all, and he's just like, well, you know, I love them, but if they're sick, they're gonna have to stay home, which I understand, because he was like, well, you got to think about yourself. So that's true. Let me run in here, I'll come back. Hey guys, so out of church. I left early, but look, me and my husband left early. I was starting to like hurt. It's 10:45, like the sermon was over. Sorry, I'm trying to find my hands out. The sermon was done. They were just at the last part of the service, and I was hurt. And I got up to tell him, and he was like, oh, I'm leaving too, because his knee has been so bad. Every day it seems to get worse and swelling worse, but the VA can't. The orthopedic doctor with the VA can't see him. I want to stay until the 11th of December. So I just feel like he never complains, even at practice. Like he's sitting, and I'm like, I know it's bad. So my leg is just really painful, and my back. So we still have leftover seafood, but I doubt I'll probably throw it away from the baked seafood boil. I don't know why I got 4 pounds of shrimp, like, because normally, like, when I get like 2 pounds, it never seems like it's enough. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go and get me and Easter something to eat through the drive-through. Guess McDonald's, I don't know, because I'm not cooking anything else, and he's tired. You know, we got practice, so at least I go pick this up to eat, and then get some rest before practice, which is at 3 o'clock. I tried to check my status of my medical marijuana, but it still says it's under review and processing, which I don't know, because on their website, my doctor said anywhere from 5 to 14 days, but on the website it says 5 days, unless like you mail it in, of course, then that would take it longer. So I'm not really sure, but of course when I paid, was like on a Wednesday, and so, you know, you had Thanksgiving, and they were closed Friday also, so hopefully they'll get it processed maybe by Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, that I can try to get some relief, because I can't even tolerate taking a whole Percocet at this point, because of my lungs. So, you know, it's just one of those things, like I can't just keep, you know, puffing on this inhaler that does nothing, absolutely nothing. Last night when I was laying flat, I just had like where you feel like your chest is just full of fluid. It's like bubbles when I breathe. So I don't know. So I think it's just time for me to go ahead and take that trip to, whether it's Jacksonville, Gainesville, or Birmingham, to find out what is going on with my body. Alright guys, so I'm in the bed. As soon as I got home, I had lunch, which was horrible. McDonald's is just not good anymore. And I've pretty much been in bed ever since I ate and I got the stuff together for track, because If I'm in the bed, that means I didn't go to track. I just don't feel, I don't have the energy, the pain, and the shortness of breath. So I took a muscle relaxer, waiting for it to kick in, praying that they get this medical marijuana approved. Because as soon as I get the email, then I can go ahead and start shopping. I don't have to wait for the actual card. The lady said I could just use my driver's license. Because I just really need some relief at this point. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch some Hallmark movies until I feel, better. I finally got the tree that I've been asking my husband to get out of the garage. I was able to get that in the house, which was a lot of work. I have a big, huge plastic tub of decorations, and I can't get that out. So I asked my husband last night to get that out, and he still didn't do it. So he's at practice, but it's raining, and it was supposed to stop at 3, but it didn't stop. So I don't know if practice is going to be canceled. It's light rain, and in track you still run, despite the rain, as long as it's not lightning, and it's not. So I don't know what they're going to do, but your girl is just going to rest and try to take it easy. Hey guys, happy Monday. So it is about, I think, almost 2 o'clock. So I'm in the bed. I've been in the bed all day except for getting up to cook. I had cooked pancakes this morning, and I took a shower and got right back in bed. I worked on some track stuff. Submitted a couple grants, and now I'm finally getting to actually lay down. I took my muscle relaxer I don't know, maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. So I've been kind of fighting the sleep so I can get the paperwork done, just really short of breath. I did leave a message for my doctor, but I called them. It was after 10, and the answering service picked up, and they said they were having troubles with their phones. So I'm not sure. Hopefully they'll call me today. I don't know. And I told my husband, if they don't, I'm just probably going to just take, I have a mid-draw dose pack. I don't ever try to self-treat myself, but when you're trying to call doctors and they're not working, so are returning your call, I have no other option but to do what I have to do. And I do not recommend you do the same thing that I do, but I feel like I have enough knowledge as working in the medical field to know the do's and the don'ts of when it comes to medication. And it's not like I'm taking a steroid that I'm going to be doing every single day. I have the instructions for the mid-draw dose pack, so I know exactly how to do that. But I've got to figure something out with my breathing, and how literally me just walking a few feet, I'm so out of breath, and just my pain and inflammation in my whole entire body is bad. My scalp is broken out and inflamed. I have ulcers. It's just, I'm haywire right now, and I don't know what else to do. Praying that the medical marijuana comes through. Hopefully this week I'll hear something. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. But I'm going to just rest for the rest of the day. I wanted to put up my Christmas tree, but that probably won't happen. But it is what it is. I can't do anything about it at this point. So I'll try to come back a little later, and hopefully I'll be feeling some better.